Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but it's taken, well, quite a long time to get to this point. This is my first ever time doing a 124 diecast collection video. So I've set most of my 124s up here on the pool table that we have at the house. I did say these are almost all of my diecasts, because one, I have more hung up on the wall here. But two, I also have more for a certain driver sitting in another room, and we'll get to him at the end. Might as well start all the way down here with some of the cars that I really don't look at much, because they were really the cars that my parents got. So we got a couple of old, Bobby Lewane cars and Tony Stewart cars and some Car Tomorrow stuff here. So there's really not much sentimental value for me to any of these here. But yeah, so I think these are all pretty cool. We got a couple of them signed here, so they're really cool. A lot of very unique designs here. So I think that's one of the really cool things about collecting diecasts, is that you can get, just a whole bunch of different pieces of history here. And honestly, if you think about it, they're quite rare. Some of these older ones, especially, right? So especially like these very special ones, like the Eminem 2001, so they've all got cool finishes and stuff to them, and they're really pretty cool. So yeah, I'll just kind of show off this little row here. If you see that you really like, pause the video and take an extra look at them. Like a Taco Bell car, like, come on, man, when was the last time we saw that? A Car Tomorrow cars here with the wings on them. This is one of my favorite cars here, the Speed Racer car. One of my dad's favorites as well, and he was the one who got this one. So pretty dang cool. I don't know, I've always loved this paint scheme. It's been a pretty special one, and I don't know, just love the designs on this one here. Very, very cool. Look at that hood. That is awesome. So that row, mostly the stuff that my parents got, and just I kind of took over now. And the same thing with the ones that are up on the wall. But now we're getting to the ones that I got myself, or got as gifts. And yeah, so we'll start down here. One of the more recent ones I got was this Ryan Preece Velveeta car. I love the finish there for the yellow base there for the Velveeta. This is a Darlington throwback from a couple years ago. Another one of my favorite ones that I had to snag for sure was the Gravedigger car for Kevin Harvick. I mean, come on, if you're a Monster Jam fan, or at least were at some point, you gotta get the Gravedigger car, right? I mean, this thing looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Man, oh man, yeah, that was definitely a good one to get. Then back when I actually liked Chase Elliott, I got a paint scheme from him. And then this is the only Den 1 car I have here, is the Ryan Reed Lilly Diabetes Daytona win. Den 1, first ever time I ever got any of that, so that's pretty dang cool. Alright, another one of my favorites is the Six Flags 45th anniversary here for Tony Stewart. I don't remember how many times he ran this race car, but I love the Vekoma track there on the side of the car. Was a big Tony Stewart fan growing up, and was pretty upset when he retired, but I got a couple of cool cars to show for it here. I've got one of his primary paint schemes from mid-2000s. This is a 2007 for Tony Stewart here, so that one's pretty cool. And then we got a Singular 31 car. I believe this is Jeff Burton here. If we look here on the door, on the window there you go. So that one's pretty cool. This one's very vibrant. If you have a black light, this one really shows up, and it's pretty dang cool. Got this one for $5 at, gosh, I think I got it at Darlington, I think, the first time I went. And here's Tony Stewart's Old Spice car. This is the only door number den that I have. Door number 33 here. 33 right there. Look at that. Always loved the Old Spice paint scheme. I wish they'd kind of come back and do a throwback or something like that, right? I want more Old Spice. I really, really do. And the Old Spice Speedway back on the EA games was also amazing. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. got a signed version here of the Sunny D car. Pretty cool looking car here. The Sunny D paint schemes have always been some of my favorites, and to get this one here was really, really cool. I think I got it for Christmas one year. Once again, the other Stenhouse car I have is his Daytona 500 win. Was super excited to see him get this one because, yeah, he's a really good super speed racer when he's not wrecking people. That's why I call him Sticky Bumper Stenhouse a lot of times, or just Sticky Daytona 500 win. This is just the ARC version. But nonetheless, still a very, very cool race car here. All right, moving on here to one of my top three favorite drivers right now in the Cup Series, William Byron. Got a few of those lined up here. Got his Martinsville truck win here, the HendrickCars.com number 7. Take a little bit of a stroll around there. Back bumper a little bit. But yeah, the 7 truck, that was a pretty dominant performance from Byron then. We got the Valvoline colored chrome here. Love this throwback. I mean, this is one of my favorite paint schemes that Byron's run. Just because of the way that the tires looked. I mean, everything that was put into this throwback worked absolutely amazing. Going from an amazing car to kind of a dinky one. Got this one on sale from, this is actually the first car I bought from the Lionel store in Concord. Got the All-Star Race car from 2020. Yeah, not a big fan of the backwards numbers, but I thought I had to get a little bit of a piece of history there. And then here we got the Darlington win from last year, the throwback from 2023. Absolutely love the finish on this race car. Got the Elite version for this one, and I just love the way that the colors change in the light. It's a lot better in the sunlight, but it looks pretty, it looks alright in this lighting here. And we're going back to Martinsville, same weekend as the truck. We've got the Martinsville win from a couple years ago, the Raptor car. Everyone hates this paint scheme, but it's one of my underrated favorites, and I don't know why everyone hates it so much, but it definitely looks good with confetti, I will tell you that. Moving on here, this is one of my William Byron signed cars. This is the Xfinity Series Champion car. This was actually the first signed car that I got, so that one's pretty cool. Always loved this Liberty University paint scheme. Wish they bring it back. I love that light blue that they have there between the dark and the red. And then here's a Homestead win from 2021, or yeah, 2021. Not a lot going on here, but just some rubber and stuff. And then we have the iRacing Dirt Bristol win. Not a lot of people have this one. This one was really cheap to get on Black Friday. And then moving into to my few Reddit cards I have here. Got the BurgerFi Daytona win. What was, I believe, for a while the closest Xfinity Series finish in history. For a while until Texas this year, I think. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, love the tape on the door over there. So this one's pretty cool. Always loved that win. That was a really cool one to watch. And then we have one of the signed cars for Reddick, his championship raced version. And we got his first Cup win here. He should have had a whole bunch of other ones like Bristol Dirt. Got that one signed as well. Love the design on the roof here with the stripes. Those are really, really cool. And then the one that almost didn't get made, the Texas win. Yeah, this one I was quick to pre-order when they put it back up for the second time. Because I don't know, man. Like this was one that I really wanted. His first Cup oval win. And so this one was kind of a fun little online Lionel pre-order story, but yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, now we're gonna move into the next group of cars, and all of these are ones that I saw in person, including a few others that we'll get to in a moment. This first one here, then they're not in particular order or anything either, but the first one here is Brad Keselowski's most recent win at Talladega. I get a lot of race version cars nowadays because they're just the best to get, right? I think I'll show you the back bumper here because I think there was some tape on the back bumper. Yeah, there you go. A little bit of tape there in the back bumper. You see a little bit of damage there. Maybe not tape, or is the tape on this side? The edge of the pool table is covering it, but there's a little bit of tape there. It's not focusing on it, but yeah, right there on the quarter panel. You can kind of see it now. And next up is Chase Elliott's Talladega win. When Kyle Larson absolutely flipped down the backstretch. He thought he was in a dirt car, but nope. The damage on this one's pretty cool too. Got a little bit of tape there on the door panel, and the race win car looks really good too. I love the way that the white and blue confetti looks with the orange and the white paint scheme. And then the last race on Old Atlanta, Kurt Busch won that one in 2021. I love the green and gold confetti that they had spewing on the back side of it. Yeah, I mean, this was just a fun race. I genuinely really, really miss Old Atlanta. The next gen car would have done amazing on it. But yeah, sad to see it go. But to New Atlanta, it's definitely puts on a good show, but at what cost, man? At what cost, right? And speaking of New Atlanta, we got a couple of William Byron wins. The first time I saw William Byron win, which was awesome. You look at all the Folds of Honor colored confetti here with the blue and the red on the Liberty University car. Fits really well, honestly, with the paint scheme. Not too much damage, or really any at all. He kept his car pretty much clean the entire race. And William Byron came home with the victory. I believe it's the only 500-mile race on the new Atlanta. He's got the longest and shortest win, which is what this one is on the Atlanta configuration so far. The range shortened race here. This is when I went with my buddy, Blake Garcia, M&M Cup Series. You all know him, MMCS. You guys get annoyed about his moments videos from time to time. And same thing here with the one at Ross Chastain. This is his COTA win, first win for him. This is my second time at COTA, first time hanging out with Blake and all of them. And this was just a fun experience, man. I absolutely love the way that they've got the Texas-shaped confetti here. And it goes all over the rear window of the car. And it's just an amazing, amazing diecast here. I mean, beautiful paint scheme too. The iFly car looks amazing. I'm gonna wave hello here through the reflective casing here. I'm not gonna go through all these like I did all the other ones because they're all in a case and I don't wanna take them out. And these are all my dad's cars. So I just kinda wanted to showcase some of these. He's got a lot of really cool diecast cars in here. A lot of rare ones too, you can see. So all these are pretty cool cars. Yeah, I've been looking at these. This case has been stuck up on this specific wall for over a decade, so yeah, a lot of these cars haven't even come out of the case since they got hung up here, so yeah, they're really, really cool race cars. This is the one casualty. We've got one broken landing here, which is kind of sad, but... And now we're getting to my favorite 4 diecasts that I own here. And we're going to go ahead and start here with the 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. This was the first ever time I went to Daytona. This was on my birthday in 2014. February 23rd, 2014, Dale Earnhardt Jr. won the Daytona 500. And what a remarkable race that was. That we got some of the confetti from the victory lane. This was my holy grail for a very long time, and we ended up getting this for a lot cheaper than I had seen it. And I am so glad that I was able to steal this car when I could. It is really, really cool. Got the elite version of it, and so cool to see this car, you know, just in my house, right? Because the first time I went to Daytona with my dad, and it was just one of the best weekends of my life. And the next up here is the Darlington triple set. From 2021. This was when I went to Darlington for the first time with my dad, and it was the first time I saw my favorite driver, Denny Hamlin, win. The first car here is Sheldon Creed's win. Always been a big fan of Sheldon. It's tough to see him kind of getting the short end of the stick with both luck and just, you know, doesn't seem to fit in well with the Xfinity cars, and I'd love to see him go back to trucks and give it a shot again, because he did really well in the truck series, and you know, this Darlington win was a really cool one to see. The day before, Noah Gragson got the win. Was upset that Denny Hamlin didn't get that one, but that's all right because we got it on Sunday. So Noah Gregson's win here. This one's an ARC. I was kind of annoyed because when this car came in, the rear axle was kind of jacked up, so the tire kind of sticks out on the left side a little bit. But you know, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I got that diecast here, and then this is my favorite diecast I think that I have. This is the Denny Hamlin Darlington Southern 500 win in 2021. The only time he's ever won in an offer pad car. And I got an autograph last year at Atlanta as well. Yeah, I don't know, man. I got the elite version for this one, and this is just one of my favorite cars I've ever seen. You know, the orange pops so much more in person than it does on the camera. This weekend is also one of my absolute favorites. And gosh, I can't wait for the Daytona stuff to come in from this year because, again, another amazing weekend. And we have all 4 of the Hendrick Ruby 40th edition cars. And this is the really cool set because we ended up getting the advanced run at the racetrack in Daytona. And so we haven't taken them off the bases yet because we're going to get ourselves a display for them. But there's a lot to get at one time, but it was pretty dang cool to get. So there you go. The finish on the red is absolutely beautiful. Not as much so on the 48 car because of the design that is in the red. This is a little bit tougher to do that one on. It looks like just a standard finish there. But on the 9, 5, and 24, they're all pretty cool. You can see here with the way that the car just shines right there in the light. Really, really cool. And then here's my favorite of the bunch, the William Byron car. Glad that this one won in Martinsville because I think this is the best of the bunch. And there you have it there. That is the advanced run of the Hendrick Ruby 40th edition. Pretty cool, huh? And say hello to what some people have called the Denny Hamlin Shrine. I've got all these mostly set up in like a timeline sort of order here. So we'll go back to when he drove the Rockwell automation car. This one here is actually the Bud Shootout Raced Win from 2006. So you can kind of see a little bit of the tape here. But yeah, here's the race version. You see a little bit of the debris there from the race. And then we got his first win here, the FedEx Ground car. That one's really cool to have that one. And then we have some primary paint schemes here. I don't have a second win at Pocono, but we have all of the different color FedEx cars here. And then this is the only car tomorrow that I have for Denny Hamlin here. It's the one with the wing FedEx Ground. And then the first of the 2013 cars that I have here is the Denny Hamlin FedEx Freight car. The first signed car that I have. And this one's cool because it's a color chrome here, the purple. You can kind of see the reflection there. So that one's really cool one to have. Then we have the FedEx office car from 2015 and the Hisense number 20 car. This one's a very rare car find. I was lucky to find this one at the tents in Daytona and came home with a really cool steel there. And then we have the 2017 primary, or I guess not really primary. It's one of the alternates. It's the FedEx Freight car. But, you know, you get the point there. And then here is a custom that my friend Blake Garcia made. This is the New Hampshire win from 2017. And you can kind of see here, he's got the window net down on the side of that. So that's pretty dang cool. And then we got the 2019 throwback here. The Darrell Waltrip throwback. This one is one of my favorite paint schemes Denny Hamlin has ever ran. I don't know, I just love the way that this car looks from the number font to the foil number there. We'll come back all the way over here to the 2019 Daytona 500 win. This is the only one of his Daytona 500 wins I have in 124. It is one of my favorite diecasts that I own, and you can kind of see it. So we only had a silver Sharpie for him to sign, but that's all right. It's definitely hard to see, but that's one of my cards that I have signed. Definitely should have done like blue or something, or white or something for this one. And here we have another custom card. This is a Darlington Xfinity Series win from a few years ago. Blake Garcia made this one for me as well, M&M Cup Series. So that one's a really cool one to have there as well. Pretty cool little custom car. I think it was originally a Christopher Bell 2019 Supra. And then here we have Homestead from 2020. I'll do one little sweep around here. Just a lot of dirt and debris on there. And then here's the Darlington one from 2020 as well, Delivering Strength. You'll see that it's sitting on top of something here, and I'll get it out for you. In 2020, my mom got me this Denny Hamlin replica mask of the one that he wore when he won at Darlington. So yeah, I wore that one for a while, and I wore it to a couple of racetracks. I thought that was absolutely hilarious, and so I keep it with this car just kind of as a fun story. And then here is Talladega 2020. This is the first race at Talladega I missed since 2017, and it's the only one I missed since then. And of course, Denny Hamlin won it, but that's okay. That's okay, right? I got him for Darlington. I think that was an even better finish, because if I saw that this finished as his first win, I would feel pretty bad about it. So, yeah, I'm glad I got Darlington for that one. And I got a base offer pad scheme here signed at COTA. First time I got to meet him. And then here is Las Vegas 2021 signed. Love the playoff banners on these cars, man. 2021 just had some banger paint schemes. And the confetti on this car looks amazing as well. It just fits so well. This car is amazing. And then we get to the next gens. We've got 2022 Richmond. This one's an Elite. And just a lot of debris on this one. So go all the way around here. There we are. Lots of dirt and debris there, but we got it done. Richmond 22. And then we have Coca-Cola 600 from that year. A lot of Coke bottle confetti there, all over the windshields and window there. One more wrap around here. And then we get to the final two for the video here. We've got the 50th anniversary. This is one of my favorite paint schemes Denny's ever run. Mostly because of the gold foil number, but just the simplicity of the scheme with the two lines there for the colors there on the sides. I don't know. I just really, really love this scheme. And I wish they ran it all year as a primary last year. I thought that would have been perfect. And then last but not least, the color chrome 50th win for Pocono for Denny Hamlin. Love the confetti on the back side of the car here. The deep blue, aqua blue, is amazing with the Mavis tire blue here. It just looks absolutely beautiful. And yeah, that is it. That's all the diecast cars that I have in my collection. I have a ton more coming in soon. especially the Denny Hamlin Bristol win. I still need to get the Kansas win from last year. But there's all the Denny Hamlin cars. So, and yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll be sure to update you once I get a few more cars in here. But until then, thank you all, and I'll see you next time.